Today we discuss accounting for partnership. In that we study basic concept. This is the second chapter in accountancy, part 1. Here, accounting for partnership. Before we go for accounting for partnership, let we discuss some basic concepts of partnership. In that, we are going to be studying here introduction, meaning, definition, features, partnership deed, interest on drawing, profit and loss appropriation account, and lastly we study here partners capital account. Right? Today we discuss all these concepts in this chapter. First of all, before we go for partnership, we study regarding introduction. Before we go for partnership, let me know how partnership business come to existence. Right? So there is first form of business is sole tradership and later come partnership business. So before we study partnership business, we need to know what is meant by sole tradership business and how partnership business come into existence. Right? So sole tradership business. Here sole means single. Tradership business means, in simple we can say sole tradership business is a business of single person. It's a business of single person. Here we clarify that single person, single ownership, then no sharing of profit, then one man capital, unlimited liabilities, less legal formalities, and one man control. Means sole tradership is only business of single person. Here three main concepts we need to know when we are studying sole tradership. Here sole tradership is a business where investment of capital is made by single person, management of business is done by single person, and the whole profit of such business is enjoyed by single person. Here single person, we are using often the word single person and single person. It means sole tradership business is a business of single person. Here under this business, investment of capital is made by single person, management of such business is made by single person, and profit of such business is enjoyed by single person. I think you are everyone clarify now. Now sole tradership is a business of a single person where investment is made by single person, management of business is made by single person, and the whole profit of business is enjoyed by single person. Here everything regarding business decisions and management and profit enjoyment, investment, all are done by single person. So this is the first form of business, sole tradership business. But this business had some drawbacks. Now what kind of drawbacks this business has? Yes, can somebody? Yes, good. Right. Here what happened? Their unlimited liability. This is the first drawback. Unlimited liability means if something happened to business or if business is gone under heavy loss, that loss is bared by only single person. Right? And one more thing, if single person want to expand his business, then he need extra capital. Such extra capital is not invested by him again in the business. So to expand the business, he wants more capital. He need more capital. Right? And sometime what happen, even he invested more capital himself, then if business is expand, then we need extra specialized skilled person to manage the business. Means we need extra manpower to manage the business. Instead of laborers, he thought to take one more person. Means in this business we need manpower or skilled person. We can say skilled person. Skilled persons. So these are the main drawbacks of sole tradership. What is the first? If you want more capital, more person they need. If you want expand the business, manpower instead of labor, they want to join a person as a owner, then he want manpower extra. Otherwise, he want skilled person to manage the business. So to overcome these drawbacks of sole tradership, partnership business come into existence. To overcome the drawbacks of sole tradership, which business come to existence? Yes, partnership business come to existence. By this, we know one thing here. Partnership business is the second form of business. Partnership business is the second form of business. Then what is the first form of business? Yes, very good. It is sole tradership business. So sole tradership is the first form of business and partnership is the second form of business. And why partnership business come to existence? To overcome some drawbacks of sole tradership, right? So now we discuss regarding partnership business, right? So partnership business is the totally opposed to the sole tradership business. Why? Because here in simple we can come to know what is meant by partnership business. Partnership business, here partnership is a business of two or more persons. In simple we come to know partnership is a business of two or more person, whereas sole tradership is a business of single person and partnership business is a business of two or more persons. So here we come to know, in the previous slide we know there single person invests the amount, single person manage the business, single person enjoy the profit. But in the partnership business there are two or more persons. So it is the business of two or more persons. Understood na? In simple, what is partnership business? Partnership business is a business of two or more persons where investment of capital is made by two or more persons, management of business is made by two or more persons, and the profit is enjoyed by two or more persons, right? So under sole tradership, investment by single person, management by single person, and profit is enjoyed by single person. Whereas under partnership, investment is made by two or more persons, management is made by two or more persons, and profit is enjoyed by two or more persons. So in simply we can say partnership business is a business of two or more persons. So now my question is that partnership business is a business of how many persons? Yes, two or more persons. Now my next question is that how many minimum members required to form a partnership? How many minimum members required to form a partnership? Yes, very good. Minimum 2 person. We need minimum 2 person to form a partnership business. Right? Now, later the persons who form partnership are individually called as partners and collectively called as firm. Right? Here we go for example. Here 3 persons are there, A, B and C, who form a partnership business. Who form a partnership business. A, B and C decided to start a business. So they contribute certain amounts and start a business. Here in this business, how many persons are there? Yes, there are 3 persons. Who are they? A, B and C. There are 3 persons. These 3 persons gather together, invest a certain amount and start a business. Here, in this business, there are 3 persons. A, B and C. All together start a business. Here, if we individually call as A, then we call A is a partner. A is a partner. Then B also a partner. And C also a partner. Right? If you are called individually A, B and C, then we call individually as a partner. A is a partner, B is a partner and C is a partner. And if you want to call collectively all together, A, B and C, if you want to call together, right, then all together all called as firm. All together called as firm. Now clarify na. Partners means individual persons of the firm, and firm is the collective name for all the partners. Collective name. Collective means together we call. Say for example, in a class, everyone we called as student, right? He is student, he is student, she is student, like this. Everyone call as student. And if you call all the students, yes, we call as class, right? So collectively called as class and individually called as student. In the same manner, here individually called as partners and collectively called as firm. Right? Understood now? Here once again I clarify. Partnership is a business of 2 or more persons. Partnership is a business of 2 or more persons, and the persons who forms the partnership business individually called as partner and collectively called as firm, and under which they run the firm, that is called firm's name, under which the business of partnership is running, that is called as firm name. Right? You please clarify this one. Partners are individuals and collective are called as firm. Right? So here A, B, C are individually called as partners and collectively they are called as firm. Right? Understood now? So here, what is partnership business? What is partnership business? Yes, partnership business is a business of 2 or more persons. How many minimum members required to form a business? Yes, minimum 2 persons are required. Now, the partners who form partnership business individually called as S, partners, and collectively called as S, firm. Right? Understood now everything? First of all, partnership is a business of 2 or more persons. Partners individually called as partner, collectively called as partners, firm. Right? Now later we discuss what is the definition of partnership. Right? So first of all, before we go for definition of partnership, right, the whole partnership business is governed by Indian Partnership Act 1932. Right? Wherever you heard the name partnership business, there you must and should be go for the Act 1932. Right? The partnership business is governed by which act? Indian Partnership Act 1932. It given a definition. Let me clear what it given the definition. So as per section 4 of Indian Partnership Act 1932, right? Now my question is that who given the definition of partnership? Yes, that is Indian Partnership Act 1932. Right? Under which section we find this definition of the act? Yes, under section 4 of the act gives the definition of partnership. Right? What is the definition of partnership? We clarify here. Partnership, right? Partnership is the relation between persons, Partnership is the relation between persons. Relation between person means they have to come voluntarily together to form the business. It forms the relation between the persons. Partnership is the relation between persons who have agreed. That persons agreed. For what they agreed? To share the profit. To share the profit. From which that profit get? Of a business. Of a business. And who carry that business? Carried on by all or any of them acting for all. So I clarify once again, it given the definition. Partnership is the relation between persons who have agreed to share the profits of a business carried on by all or any one of them acting for all. Here, first of all, it is the relation between persons. It is the relation between persons who have agreed. Who have agreed. First it is persons. That persons agreed. For what they agreed? To share the profit. They agreed for share the profit. From where that profit comes? Of a business. From a business. And who carry that business? That business is carried on by all or any one of them acting for all. It means here A and B are persons. A and B are persons. They comes together and start a business. They comes together and start a business. That is partnership business. They come together and start a business here. Right. This business is carried by whom? So here, according to their agreement, A and B both can carry the business, or any of them, either A or B, any of them acting for all, means on behalf of all partners, one can carry the business. Means all the persons can carry the business, or any one of them on behalf of all the partners carry the business. Right. So under this definition, you need to clarify four things. First is relation between persons agreed to share the profits of business and carried on by all or any one of them acting for all. So make it clear of definition. So once again I repeat the definition. Partnership is the business, right? Otherwise partnership is the relation between persons who have agreed to share the profits of a business carried on by all or any one of them acting for all, right? It is the definition which is given by Indian Partnership Act 1932 under section 4. So clarifying this definition, please read once again. Yes, relation between persons who have agreed to share the profits of a business carried on by all or any one of them acting for all. Understood na? This is the definition given by Partnership Act 1932 under section 4. Next we go for some features of partnership. So these all features are included in definition itself, right? So what are the features or characteristics of partnership? Under partnership, first feature, two or more person. Here, what is the first feature? Two or more person. It means to form a partnership business, there must be at least two persons. At least two persons. Single person cannot form a partnership business. Again, that become sole tradership. So to form a partnership business, at least two person must be required, right? Two or more person. Here we use the word more persons. More persons is how many persons? 10, 50, 100, 200. What are the numbers for more persons? So make it clear. What are the minimum numbers of persons to form a partnership business? Yes, two persons. More means, make it clear, If the partner want to form banking business, partner want to form banking business. For banking business, maximum 10 persons to form partnership business. If they want to form banking business, then what is the maximum numbers of persons? Otherwise, maximum numbers of partners? 10. And if you want to form the non-banking business, there must be 20 persons. There must be 20 persons. So make it clear. What is the first pictures? 2 or more persons. Minimum 2 persons are required. But what are the maximum numbers? Yes. If want they form the banking business, under banking business, what is the maximum numbers of persons? 10. They should not exceed 10 persons as a partner. Right. And under non-banking business, what is the maximum numbers of persons? 20. So 2 or more. More means either 10 or 20. 10 in case of banking business, 20 in case of non-banking business. Understood now? What is the first picture? 2 or more persons. Means to form a partnership business, there must be at least 2 persons and maximum 10 persons in a banking business and 20 persons in non-banking business. Right? Next go for agreement. So as you know the definition, relation between persons, 2 or more persons. It is the relation between persons. Relation between persons who have agreed, that is agreement. Who have agreed, that is agreement. So second picture is there must be agreement between all the persons. There must be agreement between all the persons. That may be written or that may be oral. Right? But there must be an agreement regarding how much capital must be invested, who want to carry the business, where is the exact place of business, what is the nature of business, duration of the business. So anything, there must be an agreement between all the persons. Without agreement, there is meaningless for the partnership business. Without agreement, there is no meaning for partnership business. So there must be agreement between all the partners. Right? First one is 2 or more persons. Second, there must be agreement. Without agreement, no meaning for partnership business. And agreement may be in the form of oral or in the form of written. Right? Now come to the third, lawful business. So this is most important features. Right? Partnership is a business of 2 or more persons. Business. Right? Again come to the definition. What it gives the definition? A relation between persons. Right? Who have agreed. Next, we have agreed to share the profit of a business. Business means business must be, it is in law. Means it is in the surrounding of law. Surrounding of law means person should not carry any illegal business. If 2 and more persons come together and they want to run a illegal business, that is not a partnership business. The business which they are going to be running, that must be under the area of law. Right? That should not any illegal business, means smuggling business. Right? That is not a partnership business. The business must be lawful. Means that business must be under the control or under the area of law itself. Means the law has given the permission to run such business. Such business they have to be run. Any illegal business should not be carried by persons. And if they are running any illegal business, that is not meaning again partnership business. Right? So they have to run a business and that business must be lawful business. Means it should not any illegal business. Come to the share of profit. Share of profit means if 2 or more persons to come together, agree to run the business and they are running the business. And at the end of the year, they earn certain amount of profit. and that profit is shared, right, distribute between all the partners. So that profit must be distributed between all the partners and should not be enjoyed by any single persons, right? Any single person should not be enjoy that profit. The profit must be share, distribute between all the partners according to their profit sharing ratio. Means in the agreement how they are agreed to distribute profit, in that manner they have to be share the profit of the business. Means there must be a sharing of profit that should not be enjoyed by any single person, that should be distributed between all the partners. Next, mutual agency. Now mutual agency means, for your clarification I written the word carried. So in the definition, relation between persons who have agreed to share the profit of the business carried on by all or any one of them acting for all. Here what happened, mutual agency means, suppose here A, B, C are persons who come together and start a business, and here what happened, B and C not interested in the business, means they are not interested to manage the business. So they frankly tell, we contribute the required amount as a partner, but we are not come to run the business, or we not come to manage the business. Then what happened, A on behalf of B and C, A wants to carry the business. Means sometime what happened, A, B and C all together carry the business. Otherwise, if some person are not interested in the business, they only contribute the capital. In that one, mutual agency means B and C agreed to carry the business on their behalf. Means A is running the business on behalf of B and C, right? That is mutual agency. Means mutual agreement or mutual understanding between all the partners about carry the business. Means who can carry the business, right? Who can run the business. Now lastly we discuss unlimited liability. Unlimited liability means whatever loss incur in the business, right, that must be suffered or that must be bared by all the partners irrespective of their capital amount. Suppose if A invested 10,000 in the business, right, and if loss comes 50,000, then he not supposed to not to say that yes, I contributed only 10,000 and I bared only 10,000 loss. No, unlimited liability means whatever loss comes in the business, that must be shared without any limit to every partner irrespective of their contribution of capital. That is why unlimited liability means responsibility of business is unlimited. If any heavy loss incurred, that must be suffered by every partner irrespective of any limit, right? So these are the certain features of partnership. So once again I repeat, first two or more persons, agreement, lawful business, sharing of profit, mutual agency and unlimited liabilities. These are 6 features of partnership, right? So everyone understood now what is meant by partnership business, what is the definition of partnership and what are the features of partnership. If you have to study that definition, the whole features covered there itself. Two or more persons, agreement, lawful business, sharing profits, mutual agencies and unlimited liability. So please concentrate on the definition given